Okay, there we go. Hey, what's up, everybody? How are y'all doing today? And welcome back to Luigi's Mansion. Part 3 is the one we're on now. And in today's episode, we're going to take on Area 3. Nothing too crazy. Yeah. So, in the last episode, we took on Area 2. Live with you guys. And took on the infamous Bogmire, who, once again, used to scare the crap out of me as a kid. I don't know why, he was just one of the many ghosts in this game that would scare the crap out of me as a kid. But without further ado, let's get into Area 3. So, yeah, this whole hallway has been cleared out. And as a matter of fact, I think I've messed up something in Area 2, but it doesn't matter. Actually, while I'm at it, before I tackle Area 3, there is something you would want to keep note of when you're playing through the next few areas. If you're following along with this, always make sure to water the plants, because chances are you'll get a really good cash reward. And I'm not kidding. So before you take on the Area 3 and Area 4, you want to make sure you water this plant every time, or else you'll regret it for getting an A rank in this game. At least I'm trying to get an A rank. I'm not super bummed out if I don't get an A rank, but it would be nice. And I think in the graveyard we must have forgot something too. Just give me a second. Yeah, if we check this pipe. Wait, oh yeah, we already did it. Okay, never mind. I could have sworn I forgot the pipe, like the gem that's stuck in the pipe. So, but no, we got it. Alright. So, Area 3 is probably one of the toughest areas in the entire game, in my opinion, ghost-wise, but in Area 4, they really summed up the difficulty with the boos, so I'm not looking forward to that one bit, but we're still going to capture all 50 boos anyways, so yeah. I did it before and I can do it again. Alright, so the key actually leads over here, and like before, we just clear out the vines since we got the key. It makes no sense whatsoever, but remember, this is Nintendo we're talking about. And boom, just like that, we're going right into Area 3. Pretty cool stuff. And it's an outside area. It's actually the courtyard. There we go. And yes, there's ghosts that need to be captured in order to clear this room, so even though it's an outdoor section of the mansion, you can still capture all the ghosts in this. Alright. We're going on a ghost hunt. It seems like we're catching ghost fish now. That's kind of cool. I might actually complete Area 4 tonight if you guys really want me to, because I really do want to beat this game. So, I've been putting it off for a little while. Just because it's motivation that gets me going, so, yeah. Come on. There we go. The more cash we get, the better chances we'll get an A rank. I kind of have a feeling we're going to get a B, but even that's still pretty generous, so, yeah. Alright. Alright, I'm just looking at the plants because we were supposed to water them. Okay, we checked that one. I don't know what happened to my screen, but apparently it flickered for a minute there. I should be fine though. Oh geez, where'd you come from? Alright, that's just a recovery heart. I'm so used to calling them recovery hearts because it's Zelda. That also shares the same name for all the health pickups, but yeah. In this game, I think it's called the recovery heart as well. Okay. So yeah, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to clear out the courtyard, so, yeah, and believe it or not, you can, so... Lightning's getting pretty fierce. There should be a ghost somewhere around here that would pop up, but I'm not seeing anything. Anyways, I want to be careful when opening this door, because if you don't, it will swing out open and hit you, so... And you'll take damage. Something terrible is in that well. Okay. Can't be that bad. Oh, there's the ghost we were looking for. Those aren't the droids we're looking for! Okay. Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure if we go down the well... I'm telling you, man, Nintendo always has some creepy things on the bottom of the wells, so, yeah. Alright, there's no ghost down here yet, but there will be as soon as we check out this area. It's a lit room, mind you. One of the many in the game that is automatically lit. But, yeah, surprisingly, yeah, this is the... Yeah, there's Mario. Get me out of here. Luigi is, like, straining, trying to reach out for him, which doesn't really make any sense, but yeah. And you can see that King Boo is there, too, so... He's just staring at Mario's painting, as you can clearly see. Oh, and the room that Mario's being held captive in is actually called the Secret Altar, so that's pretty cool. And just like that, we got the key from the bottom of the well, and that leads to actually really close by the other side of the courtyard. So, alright, and as we climb out of the well, oh, the ghost respawn. Great. So that was all for nothing. Oh well, we can still capture these ghosts. Yeah, I totally forgot that if you don't capture all the ghosts in time before you enter the well, they just respawn, so... That's kind of a pain in the ass, but whatever. I don't know why there's, like, curtains right here, or, you know what I mean, drapes or whatever. Alright. I'm gonna get startled, I'm sure. Yep. Well, Luigi gets startled pretty easily. Ah, you son of a... I wasn't sure if I was gonna get hit by the blast zone. Dang it. Come on. Come on. Okay. So the trick to capturing ghosts is to flick your light just at the right time. So, you probably already knew this by now. And we could collect that. Nice, twofer. And just like that, we got the chest. And then it has a lot of money. Like I said, it's a totally optional room to clear out the ghost in. But the chance... Okay, we got Mario's letter. I'll get to that in a minute. But, yeah, some rooms are optional in this game. You really don't have to clear all the ghosts in the entire room in order to complete the game. But I highly recommend you do so if you want to get an A rank. Collect as much treasure as you can. Alright, so we got Mario's letter. And... yeah. We're getting a few things, actually, that were in Area 2, but we'll get to that. Don't worry. You saw him, didn't you? How could they do that to Mario? Alright, he saw Mario and he completely lost it and ran through the mansion looking for a hiding place. Good to know, good to know. While Toad was running, though, he did happen to notice that Mario left some of his things lying around the place. So, we already got one of them, but the others are a hat, a glove, a shoe, and a star. You saw 5 items altogether, so right now we only have 1 of the items, so yeah. He'd go collect them, but he can't remember where they were. Thankfully, for the sake of simplicity, I do, so I'm going to leave it up to us, Luigi, to do it. Alright. Just like that, yeah. We have our next objective. Find all 5 of Mario's items that he usually has with him. So, immediately I already know where the next item is. And that's actually in Area 2. We totally forgot to get it. But thankfully, it's obtainable in Area 3. So, in case you haven't already found it in Area 2, it's actually this way. All the way into the laundry room. And you probably already have an idea of what the items are. In case you don't, it's Mario's hat. It's been laundered recently. Good to know, good to know. Now, with that out of the way, we can make our way to the next room that the key is for. So, yeah. Oh, and I totally forgot to mention something, too. Area 3 is pretty interesting, because this is a door that you can't normally enter until Area 3, because that leads to, another part of the mansion. But in order to open that door, you have to unlock it from the other side. It's kind of interesting. And the way you do that is by cutting through the room with the key that you just obtained from the bottom of the well. And that room, let's just say it's a pretty interesting room. It's kind of like a shortcut to, the long way of going around to Area 3, so it'll make sense if I just show you rather than explain it. But this room right here is actually called the Rec Room, and you can tell that there's a ghost lifting weights. His name is Biff Atlas, and let's just say that he's kind of a punk. Obviously what you want to do is fight him. It's totally optional, by the way. You don't need to fight Biff. But I'm going to anyways, for the sake of this live stream. Oh, and by the way, if you ride the treadmill, this is what I was talking about. It leads you right back to, Area 2, I think it was. It's basically like a shortcut to get back and forth between Area 2 and 3, so that's pretty cool. And there's a Speedy Spirit. And we got a Ruby, nice. Is this our first Ruby? I don't think it is. No, this is our 4th. I haven't really been keeping track, but yeah. Thankfully, Biff doesn't hurt you right off the bat. As long as you fuck around with him, you'll immediately realize that, yeah, he's going to hurt you. So just be careful when fighting this ghost. It's easier said than done, though. All right. So for Biff Atlas, what you want to do is you want to punch the punching bag. That will knock him over. You want to be careful because they swing back and hit you if you're not careful. Like that. Thankfully, if we take too much damage... Well, not thankfully. Unfortunately, if we take enough damage, we won't get a gold for Biff, so... After capturing them. But thankfully, we're good so far. We only have 90% HP, so 95. I mean, you know what I mean. And without taking any more damage, we secured a gold medal for Biff Atlas. And this portrait ghost is totally optional, by the way. But you're gonna want to capture him anyways, because check this out. This is our first silver diamond. Or no, our second, rather. Pretty cool. We got a silver diamond just from completing a portrait ghost. Alright, and there's a boo in this room. Of course there is. We want to be careful, though, because this boo is known for escaping pretty well. So, like I said before, the boos get tougher and tougher each time you capture one of them. So this guy has 100 HP, and he does flee, so you gotta be careful when capturing this guy. He will try and flee. So, like that, he just flew in the coop. And this is Area 3, the staircase leading up to it, so, it's the second floor, I'm pretty sure. So the first floor was actually Area 2, and the second floor will be Area 3. Kind of confusing, I know, but That's how it works, so. But we're gonna open this door. And I'm pretty sure the booze... Yeah, right there. In a lit room. Lit hallway, rather. You ain't getting away from me. There we go. And he has and this time the professor has a special bit of information as to capturing ghosts. Small ghosts other than the booze haven't, or rather, are freed from paintings from a... Okay. He's talking about a really late game boss ghost called Van Gogh, or Van Gogh rather. Van Gogh is the actual person who they used to as a reference, essentially. So yeah, not the artist Van Gogh, but the ghost Van Gogh is a late game ghost, let me tell you, but he's the one that created all the small fodder ghosts. He basically is a painter, just like the real life Van Gogh. And unlike his ghostly counterpart, I don't know actually. But from what I've heard, yeah, in this game, Van Gogh, rather, is a reference to Van Gogh. But unlike the real Van Gogh, rather, what am I doing? Oh, that was a glitch. What was I gonna say? He creates these ghosts using his paintings. He basically paints them to life, essentially. So all the normal ghosts that you see around the mansion that are booze and portrait ghosts are actually created by Van Gogh. Or, sorry, no, Van Gogh. I know, it's confusing. Yeah. Really just... Okay, there we go. So I went back into the rec room to get that recovery heart. Now we can continue on. And as long as we have water in our inventory... Crap. Well, there goes our recovery heart. And more money, nice. Yeah, as long as we have water, we should be fine. Because we want to use it to disperse the flames in front of the store. And this is a real room, by the way. If all you do is you spray out the fire. Alrighty. And there's our third ruby. Alright, I'm just gonna ignore the ghosts in this room for now, like I said before. Because, yeah, they're gonna be a pain in the ass when trying to, capture everything. Or collect all the money, rather. Okay. So there was a mouse in this room that immediately... Oh god, come on. That's fine. There's two ghosts in this room, so I don't really want to deal with them right now. Crap. Really don't want to deal with these ghosts right now because I'm trying to find all the cash in this room before the lights to turn on. Oh, there is a piece of cheese in this room. Okay. Okay. As long as we don't take any more damage. God. I'm telling you, Area 3 is a really tough area to clear, so... Alright, avoid the plate. And remember to always inspect the cheese with the, Alright, I can't let this mouse escape. Got it. Alright, the lights are on, but that's fine. Because the next set of, money, or gems rather, is actually available when the lights are on, so that's good to know. And it's another ruby, holy. We're getting a lot of rubies this time around. Alright, so at least we got the golden mouse for that room. Okay. I took a lot of damage there, but it's totally fine. And this one only has 50 HP, that's weird. Considering it's an Area 3 ghost. Okay, and there is... another ghost in here? Or maybe it's the trap that he laid down. Remember, the Boo Radar basically picks up anything that's round, like a Boo, so that goes without saying. It's basically picks up traps that the Boo has laid out too, so... Okay, somehow we're gonna have to get onto that table. And like I said before, in Luigi's Mansion you can't jump, so you're probably wondering how we get onto that table. Yeah, it was the trap. Thankfully it's just a Boo ball, so it's pretty harmless. Alright. Okay, so this confused the hell out of me as a kid. This room in particular, because there's a thing on the floor, right? Normally you would stumble across it by accident, but in case you're confused, what this switch does is, yeah, stepping on it, you basically flip the gravity so that you can walk on the ceiling. And then, of course, when you hit it again, you just drop down. So, yeah. Just like that, there's our final element. The ice medal. The ice medallion. Alright, let's see what we found. It is the ice element medal. Now we can use ice. Giggity. Ice are found only in chilly places. Go figure. So I can find them in refrigerators and cold areas like that. His research shows that they come out of hiding when you okay. He's talking about the elemental ghosts again. So essentially with ice, it freezes water element ghosts. Makes sense after all. So yeah, we got the ice element. All we need to do is interact with this bucket, and boom, we got ice. Now theoretically we could go this way, and that's exactly what we're doing. Because there's not... Okay, this is the second floor hallway, okay. It's a little bit different from the first floor hallway. With a few minor changes. I want to get some health, goddammit. This room is also really... This hallway, rather, is really tricky. Because it introduces a new type of fodder ghost. These things, these little red flying fish spiky things, are actually more dangerous than in... Yeah. They actually explode on impact, so you really want to be careful. Alright, this is the washroom on the second floor. Similar to like the first floor, but there's actually... Instead of a toad, there's a ghost in the toilet, so... I'm not going to interact with them just yet. I want to actually pull the toilet paper off. And nothing. Okay. And I think you need water for this one, if I remember correctly, because there's actually a fire element ghost. Yep, water beats fire after all. It extinguishes the flames. And yeah, the reason why I entered this room is because, yeah, money, mostly. Totally optional, but it's good to know. And like I said before, the bathrooms and the washrooms don't have booze. My bad, booze. Alright. And from here we have two options. We can go into the bathroom and face off against another portrait ghost, mind you, or we can head to the right and take on the oldest ghost in the mansion. So let's do that. It's actually a grandmother that Nana's room. It's a grandmother ghost that likes to knit. Go figure. And yeah. What you want to do... Well, right now she won't attack you, which is good because you want to explore the area as best as you can. While the lights are still off. Okay. Pretty sure there's a speedy spirit? Yep. Yep, there's a speedy spirit, alright. Alright. Okay. Took a little bit of damage, but it's fine, it's fine. As long as we don't take damage on the portrait ghost fights, that's all that matters. So I think we still got a gold for Biff Atlas, and this will be our second Ghost of Area 3. Which is Nana. That's really the name of the ghost, so... Makes sense after all. But before we do that, yeah, we can read a book in this one. There's a moldy old journal. Will you read it? Sure, why not? What a hilarious trick I played on Miss Petunia today. Miss Petunia is the one in the bathroom across the hall, so... Anyways, apparently the two know each other. She jumped into the bathtub after I filled it with ice from the freezer. Okay. She actually started shivering pretty badly, and I felt a bit guilty for a second. But Miss Petunia is made out of solid stuff. And she took a hot shower, and she felt like new again. And when she warmed up, she wasn't even that mad. Nana. So that's Nana's journal. Apparently she's a prankster. Which is really weird given her age. But you never know. Some people are different in certain ways, so I'm not complaining. So, Miss Petunia is the next portrait ghost after Nana, or you can take on Miss Petunia first, but I highly recommend going into this room and reading the journal so you know what to do for Miss Petunia. Yeah, and that's her weakness, is ice. You have to use ice on while she's showering to capture her. But for Nana, it's a little bit difficult, because if you're not careful, well, you'll take a lot of damage. But what you want to do for capturing Nana, if you're really that interested, I mean, it's required to beat the game, I'm pretty sure. You want to suck up some of the knitting balls of yarn and shoot her with it. You want to be careful because if you aim and try to shoot her the wrong way, she will disappear, and you'll have to restart the entire thing over again. And just like that, we got a silver for Nana because we took more than 10 HP. So we just want to be careful when dealing with portrait ghosts. But I'm pretty sure with Nana we got a silver. Oh well. And since we aimed all of our balls of yarn properly without missing, we have the total opportunity to capture her. And we already got a silver, so let's keep it that way. Yeah, unfortunately for portrait ghosts and even boss ghosts too, you want to make sure you defeat the ghost with like with at least, you can't go any more than 10 HP. So if you hit below 90, yeah, it's an automatic silver. So yeah, the frames, if they're gold or silver when capturing the portrait ghosts. Okay, he's escaping. Oh, maybe not. So like I was saying, all the portrait ghosts, depending on how you capture them, is, you either get a gold, silver, or bronze. Bronze if you're really unlucky, silver if you're somewhat unlucky, and gold if you're super lucky. Totally makes sense. Alright, and like I said, Nana was one of those ghosts that you do have to capture, because the key that you get from Nana's room actually leads all the way back to Area 1, surprisingly. Yeah, the twins room. If you remember me talking about the two twin boys that are the brother of Chauncey, the baby? The brothers, rather. They're twins, and identical twins at that. They locked their key away in the mansion, and this is the room that you get it from. So, yeah, throw back to Area 1, I guess. Alright, before we take on Miss Petunia, the next portrait ghost, what we want to do is we want to actually, get ice. Because that's the next element we need in order to actually take on a portrait ghost. So, yeah, Miss Petunia needs ice in order to defeat her. Not that kind of ice, though, but you know what I mean. Like actual ice, like frozen ice. Okay. Okay. I hate taking damage in this area, but whatever, it is what it is. Alright, Miss Petunia. Yep, you reveal the curtains and she'll get startled and try to attack you, but what you can do is you can freeze her. And just like that, that's how you would defeat her. You spray a little bit of ice on her with your ice flower or whatever the hell it's called. That's what I call it. Don't judge. And I'm not sure if we got a silver just because she got away. Yeah, I think it only applies to... If you get a silver, I think it only applies if you take damage in the boss fight. While capturing the ghost. Like, if you get, like, hurt or whatever. Like, if you take more than 10 HP away from you. Alright, I can ramble a lot about, like, health and stuff, but let's just continue. And just like that, there's another key. Yeah, believe it or not, it's... in Luigi's Mansion, you can hold 2 keys at a time, so... or 2 or more keys at a time, which is pretty cool. And that leads all the way up to Area 2, so... we have 2 options. We can either go to Area 1, or Area 2. Area 2 is the key that we just unlocked. So, yeah. Let's just do that right quick. I mean, we have a few options in Area 3. We have 3 rooms we can access, believe it or not. 1 that we have yet to explore, and 2 that are locked behind keys that we already have. So yeah, we can access them now. Alright, you know what? I really could use a heart. Come on, game. Nope. Fuck you then. Yeah. So I'm gonna exit out of here. I really could use a heart, mind you. But I'm gonna clear out the hardest portrait ghost, which would be the twins. Or not the hardest portrait ghost, but one of the tougher ones. I'm telling you, Luigi's Mansion is a fun game and all, but there are certain parts in the game that can get really difficult and cryptic if you don't know what to do. So, the twins' room is right here. We're gonna go back into the nursery and pick up a recovery heart, because we're gonna need it for the next area. Alright. Now, the key leads... one of the keys that we have 2, remember. This key leads to this room. And like I said before, it's the twins' bedroom. So, yeah, we're gonna have to find a way to lure out the twins so that we can capture them. And mind you, the twins are actually... required. Like, you need to capture them in order to progress through the game. So, alright. Okay. And I'll show you how to capture the twins in a minute, but while the lights are still off... Oh, don't interact with that poster, by the way. That's a deadly trap, so, keep that in mind. Nope, I don't want to climb up. I want to get the Speedy Spirit. Alright. There's an item that, it's not a key, mind you, but it's a key item that you get for clearing out this room, so... And you'll see what I mean. You do want to clear out the twins' room, though, and capture the portrait ghost here, so, yep. You just want to vacuum up the... I don't know what that's called, actually. Like a toy or whatever that they have hanging on the ceiling. But by doing that, interacting with it, they appear. Alright. What are you doing over there by yourself? Why don't you play hide and seek with us? So yeah, this is a game of hide and seek that you play with the twins. And since they both like to hide, the game never seems to end. But thankfully, we're here to end that game. And end their lives, apparently. Alright. So here's the trick. They hide in these boxes. But what you want to do is lure them out. Well, not really lure them out, but you want to... Instead of guessing which box they're in... Just use your vacuum on it, and if the box starts to shiver, that's probably where the ghost is, or one of them are. So we already captured one, not bad. So yeah, it's kind of hard to explain. The best way I can explain it, just interact with the box by vacuuming it, and if it starts to shiver, the ghost is in there. So it's not in this box, but rather in here. Alright, and we got caught cheating the game, so, yeah, now they're gonna attack us. So they're pretty hostile, as you can clearly tell. just gonna avoid this guy. Okay. It's a cool reference, actually. I'll get to that in a minute, but, one rides a car and one rides a plane. And what you want to do is take out the car first, if you can, and then take out the twin with the airplane. And once doing that, you can capture this guy with the airplane. Alright, and just like that, we completed Henry and Orville, the two twins. Or not the two twins, but you know what I mean, like the twin boys. The twin ghosts. So, yeah, and it's kind of in reference to something too that I forgot to mention. Henry is named after Henry Ford, the guy who invented the first car, and Orville Wright, who is the inventor of the airplane. So, it only makes sense that those two are in a car and an airplane that will try to attack you. Pretty cool reference, but more importantly though, we want to capture this Boo. I'm pretty sure this Boo is tricky, if I remember correctly. Yeah, because he has 100 HP. You want to be quick about it, so what I like to do is I like to strafe back and forth to deal a lot of damage. But he will try to escape, so if he does, don't worry. You should got this in the bag. And with Boos, you just, like I said before, you just suck them up. You don't have to flash your light onto them. We're cruising. We already got like 18 Boos out of 50. So we still have a while to go, but really we're almost done if you think about it. And I'll explain it more once we get to that part in the game. So that was the twins' room. And yeah. Now, the next area is actually Area 2. But even though we're in Area 3, we have to go back to Area 2. Like, we have to backtrack. And there's a room that we can access now, or actually 2 rooms. But what we want to do is save that for later. We will get to it, don't worry, in this episode. But what I like to do is I usually like to capture the twins first, then backtrack all the way up to the 2nd floor hallway. And just like that. Okay, I need fire. I'm pretty sure... Hold on. Oh, that was close. You're gonna die for that. Yeah, we're gonna need fire from one of the candles that are lit. Because you'll see why in a minute. So this room is not optional by any means. You actually do have to complete it. And thankfully it's an already unlocked door that leads to the Astral Hall. So something to do with astronomy, I guess. But yeah, the reason why we need fire is because there's a bunch of candles in the altar. And we want to lit them all up, so to reveal the ghosts in this room. But before we do that, I do want to check out all the areas that we can interact with to get the cash. So yeah, let's just light the candles. Alright. And just like that, Luigi will start to walk to the center. And the ghosts will appear. Cool. And it's actually the Shy Guy ghost mixed with a few others. Oh, we haven't seen these ghosts in a while, actually. But yeah, the Shy Guy ghosts. Like before, take off their eyes, or the mask rather, and then you can capture them. Okay, do not get attacked by their spear. Or their trident, rather. That's the name of the weapon that they have. It's called a trident. Okay, we want to avoid the Shy Guy ghost first. Pick out the grabber ghosts. And boom. Oh, there's another one. Red Shy Guy ghost. Alright. I know I'm going really fast in these rooms, but let me tell you, I'm trying the best I can to explain everything as we go along. So after clearing out this room, the boo should be somewhere. Yeah, right here. And this is one of the only portrait ghosts that is probably going to give me trouble, so we got to capture them, or at least try to. One of many portrait ghosts that will try to escape me. Is there a room back here? Okay. I don't think I can get through there. Okay, that's fine. We'll skip out on that boo for now. But we are going to capture him, don't worry. Back into the Astral Hall. If we continue this way, it actually leads up into a secret room called the Observatory. And I really love this room. It's so beautiful. And you'll see why in a second. Okay, there's really nothing we can do aside from looking through the telescope. So let's try it. As we look through the telescope, we actually see the moon. But something seems a little bit off about it. It's an illusion. So, what I mean by that is the ghost created some illusion where you're actually in outer space. So, even though it's not real, what you want to do is take out these ghost thingy-majiggies and shoot it at the moon. And believe it or not, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take these yellow things and shoot it at the moon. But aiming this is really tricky, so you gotta be, like, at a perfect angle, essentially. And, okay, we got it, I think. Yeah, we got it. And by destroying the moon, which was fake after all, it's not the real moon by any means. Yeah, it leads to Mario Star, which is the next item that we're gonna need. And thankfully you can't fall off this sparkly road of some sorts. This pathway. It's physically impossible. But yeah, and just like that we got Mario Star. Yeah, like if you try to walk like off the white path or whatever that's lit up, you can't fall off. So I tried it and you just can't. At first I thought when I first played through this game and made it to this part, I honestly thought you could walk off that thing, but nope, you can't. Game developers decided to not be that cheap. Alright. And just like that, we can ignore this floor for now and go back to floor 1. And we want to capture these bats because they're going to be a nuisance if we don't. Alright. So, we go back to the first floor, also known as Area 2. And this door right here, right across the hall from the conservatory, which is the room with the piano, is the next room that we need to go to. And yes, you do want to come down this way. Because if you don't, well, you will miss out on one of the key items in the game. So it's not this room in particular that has what we're looking for, but there is a portrait ghost, so we do want to capture him. Because if we don't, well, it's going to be a pain in the ass. Get an A rank. Alright, just get that sapphire. There we go. So yeah, this next portrait ghost is a pool player named Slim Bankshot. He is the... okay. He is the pool player of this mansion, and he never played a living soul because he was just that good. So, during his days when he was still alive, he would be a professional pool player, like billiards, and yeah. Fortunately for him, though, he never played a living soul, so meaning he never played against anybody. But that's what you're supposed to do, is you're supposed to suck up one of the billiard balls, giggity, and hit him with it. Alright. Also, sorry if you can hear that. I'm not the only one that's home right now, so just keep that in mind in case you hear anything in the background. And yeah, you want to hit him 3 times with the billiards. Or maybe just twice, never mind. And Slim Bank Shot is a sprinter, so when he tries to escape you, okay, he escaped us. But that's fine, because as long as we don't take any damage, we actually might have a chance of getting a gold medal on this guy. Alright. Let's see here. We just have to capture him one last time. I'd be pretty upset if we got a silver, but I don't think it qualifies if he escapes you, as long as you take not above or below 90 above 10 HP essentially. If you take 10 HP or more, that's when I'm pretty sure you'll get a silver. So thankfully we're good. We got Slim, so, and like I said, Slim's one of the few ghosts in the game that you actually don't have to capture if you really don't want to. He's optional, so but like I said, I'm still going for it, so I'm gonna capture all the portrait ghosts in this game. Because it would be pretty boring if I captured like only a few, so. And each portrait ghost is different in their own unique way, so. Alright, boo-hoo! Only 50 HP. Come on, come on! Ah, you crap. Okay, at least he's in a room where I can actually capture him, so yeah. Alright. Got him. Alright, but we're not done with the billiards room just yet. Actually, you know what I totally forgot to do is move the fan. Because I'm pretty sure if you vacuum up the fan on the ceiling, it actually gives you money, if I remember correctly. Yeah, even when the room's lit up. Alright. Cool. And then from here, we want to go this way into another room, which is called the projection room. Go figure, it's a giant projection room. Literally. Where you can basically do anything with like a projector, essentially. Alright. Now what you want to do is interact with the photo thing. And it will cause these invisible ghosts to appear. And like normal ghosts, they, yeah, they're invisible. So what you want to do is you want to just try to aim your flashlight on them, judging by their shadows, so. Yep. Pretty simple. I don't really like this room though, because like there's a lot of these grabber ghosts, and I hate the grabber ghosts in this game. Okay. I prefer to not have that many grabber ghosts at a time. God dang it. Okay. Cool. Alright. Come on. They're all over me. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I just want to stun them with fire so that, like, they're not bugging the hell out of me. Okay, we got him. Nice. And just like that, that's our next room completed. And it actually holds an item that we're going to need. So even though the billiards room was totally optional, we needed to go back this way because, yeah, we got Mario's glove. It's a little sweaty. Ugh. Yeah, that's right, Mario. Alright. And he's in here too. Shampoo. Okay. Nice little reference right there. Nice little pun. Alright. Alright, another bit of information that the professor has is, yeah, like I said before, he's cleaning up the place anyway, so it wouldn't hurt to help out the plants in the mansion. So, yeah, that's basically it with the, yeah, you're gonna want to water plants, and I already mentioned that in the very first episode, so, yeah. And just like that, we actually have, all of Mario's items, I want to say? Ah, come on, man. That's not cool. Alright, I'm just gonna check, and yes, we do. We have all of the key items needed to help out Mario. So, what you're probably thinking to yourself, why did I wait to capture the billiards ghost last? And there's a logical reason for that. Because if you remember in Area 2, there's a fortune teller ghost called the Dame Clairvoyante. And she's the one that will be able to predict the future as long as she has the, what's it called? Mario's items. So she can view the person's future and find out where he's located by using all of his key items. So, yeah. And this is the only way you're supposed to capture well, you'll see what I mean. Okay, did we get this ghost already? Yeah, we did. Wait, just to be sure. Okay, we did. Yeah, Madame Clairvoyante, even though she's not a hostile ghost, she actually does want to help you out. But after viewing a vision of Mario and King Boo, she'll get scared of the possible threat that King Boo is, and she wants you to actually capture her. So, yeah, pretty interesting portrait ghost. Mario's glove, still damp with the sweat of the living. Yep, she did say that Mario. The famous one. Okay. And the brother of the famous Mario, that would be Luigi. And you've come to this place to find him. Well, aren't you a good little brother? Excuse me, I don't laugh much. Okay. Okay, and she uses the power of the spirits to see the awful things occurring here tonight, essentially. Cool. Crystal orb, symbol of my clan. Use your darkling power to show... Okay. Show us this Mario. And just like that, Mario lives. He is certainly not in the spirit world, but one cannot say he is alive. Well, that makes total sense. But yeah, after showing him, or showing the fortune teller a clue to his whereabouts, the spirits fall silent, and you're gonna have to show her another item, essentially. So there's 5 in total, so this is a huge amount of dialogue that we're gonna have to read through. Mario's shoe. Okay, we don't have to keep reading all this. I'll show off the interesting parts, though. Alright. Symbol of power, Mario. Alright. Your Mario is imprisoned, but where? Where is he being held? A painting! Yeah, we already know that already. It was King Boo who captured Mario. And yeah, he's trapped in a painting. Alright. Now we're still gonna have to give her more of Mario's items. Thankfully I did this all in one sitting, so yeah. Mario's letter. Give it to me, I will read it at once. Okay. She's a licensed letter reader. Great. Look out for booze, Luigi. Is that all? Not a novelist here, Mario is. This must have been written in quite a hurry. Alright. Alright, she says the same thing over again. I like the ghost theme for, like, certain ghosts in this game. It's kind of creepy at the same time. Alright. Alright. Listen, can you hear it? The inner voice of Mario. What is this? A king? King Boo? What is this King Boo? Or who is this King Boo? I do not understand just what he means, but we're of King Boo. This is what your brother wishes to say to you. Okay, yeah, it's a Boo who wears a crown, go figure. And this is King Boo. So, he is the one who captured Mario. Alright, and of course, that's it for that dialogue. The next item will be Mario's Star. What otherworldly beauty. I mean, that if you remember, that's the star, one of the stars that he got from Mario 64, I'm pretty sure. Which is an older 3D Mario game on the Super Nintendo. Or sorry, no, N64. Yeah, N64. Makes sense. Since that's the star from that game. Alright. He can hear it. Or she can hear it. Your brother Mario. He cries out for you. The power of the Boos, you wish to tell us something about the mysterious Boos power. Okay, so now the fortune teller is saying the Boos do indeed have strange powers, but when they grow in numbers, meaning when they gang up together, their power grows stronger. But they do fear the mighty Poltergust 3000. I fear that okay, yeah. Alright, there's one more dialogue box that we need to listen to. Mario's hat. Why, it's so clean, as if someone just washed it. Alright. Alrighty. Alright, same dialogue. Crystal orb, yep. Shows us Mario. Spirits return to Earth, thank frickin' God. I see your Mario is... I see the scene of Mario trapped in the painting. She goes silent for a minute, and then she's like, what is this? Bowser? How can this be? I see the hideous form of Bowser. Well, that's not nice. Is Bowser somewhere in the mansion? I hope not. And yet I see it. I thought that Mario had sadly defeated Bowser back in Super Mario 64. Has King Boo somehow revived Bowser? This could be horrible. Well, for you. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Alright, and now that's all the last of her power. This is all that she can show Luigi. And since that was the last of her power, she's powerless against King Boo and his army. So she wishes to return to the painting that she was originally in. Alright, this is the Portrait Ghost fight against the fortune teller. And since she's nice about it, she won't actually try to hurt you. But she will try to escape, so even though she's not very hostile, you still gotta be careful, so yeah. Okay. And just like that, the fortune teller is captured. Alright. And yes, you did want to capture the fortune teller because this last key for Area 3 leads up to the boss room. Or close to it, I guess. Okay, but before we do that, there is a Boo that we want to capture, so let's get him. This one's Luigi, one of my favorite Boos in the entire game. Mainly because he's a reference to our boy Luigi, but also he's one of the weaker ones. Alright, and he's talking about the plants again. That's fine though, we already got caught up on the plants, so we're good for now. Alright. We have 21 Boos. We're gonna need at least 22, I do believe, before we can head on into the next area's boss. So, yeah, I'm gonna try and find out where this Boo will, ended up escaping to. He should be somewhere in this mansion. On this floor in particular. The ghost, the Boo that actually evaded me, so, I'm gonna look for him right quick. I'm pretty sure he's somewhere, though. Okay, he's not in any of these rooms, mind you. He's probably in this room? No, he's not. Weird. Went to the west, and I'm pretty sure there's no rooms in that general direction, so it could be in the Astro Hall, actually. Nope. It's not in here either. And he's definitely not in the observatory, because like I said, the observatory is actually a room where there's no booze, so one of the few areas that doesn't have booze, so okay. That was a random pickup item, okay. Like the gold mouse. I'm glad we got him. Okay, so that boo is pretty much unobtainable at this point. Ah, crap. I was afraid I was going to trip over him. Alright, let's see here. I think we need ice. Yeah, we need ice before we head up to the next area. When I say next area, I mean the next room, mind you. I have no idea where he could have went. He's probably in a room that I have yet to unlock, so that's something, I guess. Yeah, surprisingly, even though we're in Area 3, there are some rooms that still have yet to be unlocked. So, let's just continue on with the, okay. Let's just continue on with, getting the ice that we need. And let's try and avoid all these enemies. Like these bats and these freaking... Oh my god. Okay. Okay, do not want to mess with him. So there's a door right here that's currently unobtainable. Because it's locked. We're locked out of it. But if we go this way... Yep. Just want to check the area first. We're pretty much in like the attic portion of the mansion, so if we continue on this way. Yep. Yeah, if we continue this way, we're actually in a room called the Safari Room. And this is part of Area 4, in my opinion. Even though you do access it in Area 3, it's basically a room... Well, actually, yeah, it's considered Area 3. But this whole top floor of the mansion is Area 4, so... Alright. Yep. I'm trying to think, is there, anything that I have to interact with? Yeah, there we go. Okay, there is a mouse right here. Well, we're getting pretty lucky with finding all these mouse, rewards or whatever. Alright. Thankfully, we're almost done with Area 3. And these ghosts are new. They're the ones that create ground pounds like Donkey Kong, so, like the hand smasher or whatever it's called. They create an earthquake when, they smash the ground with their fists. So, yeah, what you want to do is... They're elemental ghosts too, mind you. They're elemental ghosts that require ice to fight them, which is why we went to that room earlier. To grab ice before we headed up here. Oh no, you don't. Okay. Okay. Now there's two at a time. Two ghosts at a time. Did not mean to hit that. Come on, man. I'm playing really sloppy today for some reason. I guess that's what it takes when you haven't played this game this long. Okay. If we take any more damage, that's just not good. Come on, man. I'm telling you, these later levels don't give a fuck. When it comes to, like, they really push your boundaries, essentially. But, yeah, it's nothing I can't manage. Cool. And just like that, we got probably one of the hardest rooms in the entire mansion, believe it or not. With the amount of things, with the amount of ghosts that you have to fight in this room, yeah, it's pretty tough. But thankfully we cleared it out, so, alrighty. Also, I'm trying to find the boo in this room, so... Alright, this boo can be really annoying, especially when you're... Yeah, he'll just zigzag from room to room, so, and plus, it doesn't help that he has 100 HP either. Also, it's not required to get all the boos off the top of my head. I mean, you only need a minimum of 40 boos to beat the game out of 50, so, but we got them, so we got this. Okay, a little bit of information. The elements. Yeah, we already knew that. Plus, we already beat the elemental ghosts in the safari room, so, that we're in right now, so, yeah. Alright, and like I said, this was a required room to beat. Because this last key leads to a pretty big room up north on this floor, so let's get to it. But before that, I do want to restock on some ice, because I will regret it later, so... The next area's boss ghosts will actually require you to have ice on your disposal. And even though I do have ice, I want to make sure I max out on it, so you're going to need to. Yeah, this is a really lengthy episode, but I kid you not, we're almost done the game, so yeah. It's just this episode and the next one, and then we're done. And let me tell you, I'm enjoying this game. It's just tricky sometimes after playing it after so long. I think it's been at least a good year or so since I last played this game, so maybe a year or two. Even though it is my favorite game, I do periodically take breaks from it every once in a while. Alright, the safari room. And here's the, I want to say the third floor hallway. This is, yeah, the third floor. And if we enter this room, it actually doesn't take us anywhere besides the outside, which is, yeah. And this key actually leads us to the third floor balcony. And as you can clearly see, our boo radar is going off like crazy. And there's a reason behind that, because if we go this way, we'll see a whole bunch of boos just dancing? Yeah, you'll see what I mean. As soon as we approach them. That scaredy cat Luigi has made it this far. Oh, we're so frightened. I guess it's our turn then. Alright, boos, let's assume our real form. Real form? But first, how about we give them a little scare? Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. Oh, excuse me. Alrighty then. That is one big boo. And just like that, this is Area 3's boss, Boolossus. That one ghost that the professor had trouble capturing on his days of capturing ghosts. And Boolossus is probably one of the hardest bosses in the entire game, aside from King Boo. And what you want to do is you actually want to freeze up the little boos and then capture them, essentially. Okay. And since this is a hard ghost and all that you have to fight, like a hard boss battle, I'm really not too worried if I get a gold or silver. Hell, I'd probably even get bronze for crying out loud. That's because this ghost is really tricky. It's just the amount of boos you have to capture, and they're always evading you, so, okay. You just gotta be careful with Colossus. He is a late game ghost that you have to capture, but my god, is he pain in the ass. You already get the point by now. You just have to freeze up the little boos and hope for the best. Okay, come on. Yep, knew it. Also, I appreciate all the lurkers in the stream. To those who are watching and aren't chatting with me for some reason, I still appreciate it. So, the amount of viewers who are watching and aren't chatting in the chat room, I do appreciate it, not gonna lie. That's what they call lurkers. So, yeah. Hope you all are enjoying the stream, and for staying with me for this long. Okay, we can't take any more damage or else we'll get a silver on Colossus. I think there's a way you're supposed to do it, but I'm not really that great at Colossus, so, yeah. Come on. I think there's a certain way of doing this, but I can't do it because my controller is a little bit different, so, what I'm referring to is if you click all the way in on the, if you click the left trigger on all the way in, if you're using a Gamecube controller, you actually do have the option of capturing this guy easier. So, okay, hold on. Just gotta adjust my, yep. Come on, God. Oh, we got him, okay, cool. As you can see, he keeps getting smaller and smaller. And, yeah. Okay, we got a silver. Oh well. You're gonna pay for that, Colossus. Maybe I should just wait till they lunge. But I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, we got a silver for this guy. It's not a huge deal. As long as we don't take any more damage. This is really tricky with the controller that I'm using, by the way. So, in case you guys and girls aren't aware, I know you can't really tell, but I'm using a different type of controller on my Wii that is actually not a Gamecube controller. And you're probably wondering, how the hell are you able to do that? There's a really cool emulator called Nintendo, and that's actually what I'm using to play this game. And you can use other controllers as long as you, as long as it's connected to the Wii. Ah, so close. Yeah, I'm using a Wii Classic controller, believe it or not. It's the Pro version with the handles. And, yeah. That's why I'm failing so hard with Colossus, because unlike the Gamecube controller, this one doesn't have analog triggers, so, that's why I'm losing like crazy. If I take any more damage... Oh my. Alright, we got him. Good. Alright, Colossus is probably one of the harder boss fights in this game. But, unfortunately, I think we either got a silver or a bronze. Let's collect this last key, which will lead up to Area 4. Luigi. Luigi, can you hear me? Okay, what a relief. That white mist interrupted your signal. You seem to have done some serious work there. I'd say, why don't you come on back to the lab? We can have dinner while we gaze at those ghost paintings. Tonight, I'll make a family old recipe, or an old family recipe. Pickled dandelions with barnacles and a diesel marinade. Ugh. That sounds really unappetizing. Alright. And yeah, we got quite a few amount of ghosts in this area. So let's just put them back into their portraits. Alrighty, this is probably one of the most longest streams that I have done for this game, so but thankfully, we're close to the end of the game, so yeah, I hope you guys and girls enjoy. And we got a silver for Colossus, go figure. We got a gold for the fortune teller. Gold for Biff Atlas, surprisingly. Gold for Slim Bank Shot. Silver for Miss Petunia. And gold for Nana, I think that was? And gold for the twins. Not bad. Could have done better, but yeah. Alright. In Area 3, we caught Madame Clairvoyant, Biff Atlas, Nana, Miss Petunia, Slim Bankshot, Henry and Orville, and Colossus. And that, in total, with all the ghosts that we previously captured, is up to 16. 16 ghosts. Wait, or maybe that's just the amount of ghosts that we captured in the area. Actually, no, that would have been total. Never mind. Forget I said that. Anyways, we're doing pretty good in cash, I want to say. And yeah. Oh, and I forgot to mention something too. I'll let you see it once we enter the mansion. We now have a total of 37 out of 50 ghosts. Even though Colossus is a pork boss ghost, he still counts as a boo, so, well, multiple boos. So, yeah, we got 37 out of 50 now. Not bad at all. But we did miss one, so we would normally have 38. That's fine, though. Yeah, and until then, guys, that's it for this video, or this live stream. So if you guys and girls enjoyed, please remember to leave a like, or, I keep thinking this is YouTube, because this is Twitch, mind you. Even though it's being uploaded to my YouTube afterwards. I just want to say thank you for the support, lurkers or chatters alike. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Peace.